We say that ancient Chamorro society, but really even modern Chamorro society, respects elders. Ancient Chamorros and Chamorros today, okay, it have this view that, the older you get, the more wisdom you have. Of course, as you know, you've experienced more in life, you've survived typhoons, earthquakes, everything. And so when there's problems, you go to the elders. You just assume that as they've gotten older, they've gained in power and strength. And the ancient Chamorro belief was that every person had a spirit, like the Aniti, and that even as you got older, even your Aniti was getting stronger and stronger. So that is, elders weren't seen as getting weaker, but they were seen as getting stronger. And so when they died, they Chamorros believe that spirit doesn't just disappear. It's just not there in flesh and bones anymore, but it's still there. Could be in the trees, it could be in nature, it could come out as a smell. But they had a belief that that spirit was still there somewhere. And and of course they didn't have cemeteries. That's a Catholic thing. If you believe that let's say your grandmother was very wise, very powerful, very a good leader, was a good leader, then when that person died, you don't want to just bury them somewhere generic. You want to bury them close to your family because that's your grandmother. You want them there as close as can be. And so that aniti is there buried in your land. And so when you are going through any kind of crisis or anything, even you're going to go out fishing, you ask the anitis for blessings to help you, to keep you safe. If you're going out fishing, you might pray to or ask blessings from the ancestor who was known to be an excellent fisherman, right? And if you're going hunting, maybe you would ask blessings from a different aniti, the uncle who was known for hunting. So, that's the basic belief that these spirits are they're the aniti of real ancestors, your family, who were there before and they're still there, but now as spirits. Now, ancient Chamorros, they didn't have statues, they didn't have cameras. If they had cameras, they would have had pictures of their ancestors, but they didn't have that. So in order to remember them, they would keep the skulls. So the skull, to me, people think it's some like crazy satanic thing, but it was just a way to remember them. The way today we have pictures of our deceased grandparents, deceased parents. Many Chamorro families have, like, we call them like family altars, where you have pictures of your ancestors who've already died, right? And lots of times when you're in crisis, like for myself, when I am in crisis, lots of times I would ask my grandmother or my grandfather, oh, Nana, help me, whatever. It's just a kind of a part of this ancient practice of, asking our ancestors to help us, to, be there. And so in battle, very similar. Just like going fishing, you're going to ask the fisherman for help. Well, if you're going to go to battle, you're going to ask your family's known warriors that, in battle you were strong and courageous, and help me when I'm out there. And so I think that, it's rational, it's logical. We can understand what it means to them, that this was just a part of the way they viewed the world, that our ancestors are gone, but in flesh, but they're still there in spirit. And we today, as young people, we can still, use their spirit, their energy to make us stronger. And so I just see it as part of that whole view of the world, the way they just viewed all of us as being interrelated.